5 things that are not free in Germany, but are free in the United States of America? Let's take a look. Willkommen. My name is Sean Huggins, and this is React with Hugs.
I want to see how he reacts when he thinks no one's watching.
I can't help it if he's weird.
He's American.
He's going crazy with that work.
Everybody reacts differently.
I think he's weird, but that's me.
He's American, you know.
Welcome to React with Hugs. Let's take a look at today's comment of the day. So today's comment of the day comes from Sebastian Fuller, and they say, if you're invited to eat in America, you go to a restaurant and everyone pays for themselves. If you are invited to go eat in Germany, the person who invited you pays everything. Sebastian Fuller, thank you for the comment, and this is just not true at all. In either situation, it just depends on who you go to eat with in either country. I've gone to restaurants with people in America and they pay for me, and I've gone to restaurants in Germany and everyone pays for themselves, and it just depends on the situation. That's not a thing. I don't know where you got that from, but yeah, both of these situations happen in both countries. It just depends. Hope that helps clear that up. Thank you for the comment. Let's check out today's reaction. All right, so speaking of things that are the same or different about Germany and America, today we're taking a look at 5 things that are not free in Germany, but are free in the United States. This should be interesting. The first thing that comes to mind for me is free water at restaurants. Speaking of restaurants, in America, you go to basically any restaurant and usually you get water for free. And in Germany, obviously, you have to pay for everything. I usually just end up buying a beer because it's just a little bit more expensive than buying water anyways. So I'm like, well, might as well just get a beer, I guess. But usually in America, I would go to a restaurant and I would just get water because it's free and I just like it better with my meals, to be honest. But that's just the first thing that comes to my head. Let's see what Wanted Adventure has to say about it. As always, leave your thoughts and comments down below. But without further ado, los geht's.
Are you saying there's no free refills on this stuff in Germany? Oh, well then, I don't want it. You can have it back.
Free refills. Free refills is a little bit different because you have to still pay for the drink to begin with. So it's not totally free. I don't know. It's like a gray area. Is it really free if you have to pay for the initial drink? I don't know. But water is actually free, usually in restaurants.
Hey everyone, I'm Donna and you're watching Wanted Adventure Living Abroad. So of course nothing in this world is really actually free. You pay for the stuff one way or another. But that being said, here are a few things that are free in the US, you don't expect to pay extra for them, and not free in Germany. So if you're in Germany, don't be surprised when you have to pay for these things up front. And if you're in the US, don't be surprised when you get these things for free.
Wow.
As
restrooms.
I mentioned in my video on toilets, in Germany, there's often a person sitting outside of the restrooms collecting money on a plate. Sometimes it will say how much you should pay to use the restroom, but sometimes it doesn't, and you're just supposed to leave whatever you want to, I guess. And sometimes you have to pay for the restroom. You can't go in there without paying. And then other times you're just...
Bathrooms in rest stops on the Autobahn, a lot of the times are like that. You have to pay to enter, so that's kind of shitty. No pun intended.
You know, kinda, sorta supposed to pay, but you aren't really forced to do it. In the US, I don't think I've ever had to pay to use a restroom. And from my experience, I've never really seen a difference in cleanliness between paid restrooms in Germany and the free ones in the US. Even along the...
Yeah, I mean, there are bathrooms in Germany that are, no pun intended again, pretty shitty.
Highways in the U.S. During the last 2 summers, Mr. German Man and I went on a road trip through the U.S. and all the restrooms were free and they were all pretty fine in my opinion. I was actually quite surprised and impressed. Always clean, hygienic, not really smelly. But
I mean, here's the thing. If you're going into a public restroom, it's never going to be spotless. It's just not. You know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I mean? So I actually don't mind paying €1 or whatever to use the restroom if it's going to be a little bit better than average. But in general, I found that in Germany, if you give like the €1 to enter into a specific restroom, that doesn't mean that much. Like, it's still pretty hit or miss. I go to free restrooms in Germany and they can be super clean and nice. And I go to paid restrooms in Germany and they can be not well maintained at all. So I don't think there's a perfect correlation between having to pay for the restroom and having it actually be better quality. I think it just comes down to who owns that restroom, what business owner owns that restroom or whatever. Do they take it personally to have a nice establishment or not? I think whether you have to pay or not, that's what it comes down to. You know what I mean?
Say I don't really mind paying to use the restroom on a hiking trail or a restroom for tourists in the city center. I am happy to have those and I'm fine paying for them. But what I do mind is paying to use a restroom if I'm a customer somewhere, at a restaurant or at a shopping
that's
mall,
interesting.
At a store, for example.
I don't think I've encountered that one.
Money there, or even just trying on clothes, looking at products, and thinking about spending my money there, then I think those restrooms should be free.
I think she makes a good point there. If you go to a restaurant and you're already paying to be at the restaurant and eating food and drinking and whatever, and then you have to pay for the restroom on top of that, that's kind of, no pun intended, kind of shitty, if you ask me. So I agree with her there. Let's see, what's the next thing? Bags, okay? Probably when you're shopping.
In the US, shopping bags are free. 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags, paper or plastic.
Usually.
Take
not everywhere. We've started to come around a little bit. Sometimes you have to pay for bags in certain places, certain stores, certain areas, but for the most part, it's still free. When you go to a grocery store, for example, you just get as many bags as you need to carry your stuff and it's free. Yeah.
There's no extra cost. Except there is an extra cost. There's an extra cost to the planet. Here in Germany, bags at the grocery store usually cost 25 euro cents. And it used to be that plastic bags in retail shops were free in Germany, but now those bags are 10 euro cents per bag. And I love it. I think it is so great. We are clogging our world with this stuff. So yes, charge 10 cents or 25 cents per bag.
$10 million. Why not? Let's just do away with all plastic bags. Who needs them? Just buy a reusable one and then you can take it anywhere to any of the stores, you know? It just takes a little bit of thinking ahead of time. Am I going to the store? Let me get my bag. That's it. That's all you got to do. Although, to some degree, having those little plastic grocery bags are nice to have around the house because me personally, I use them in like little trash cans, or you can use them to like clean up dog poop when you're out hiking or out on a walk or something like that. There's a lot of other uses for those plastic bags, but I do like to save the planet. So I agree that it's good that they're not free in Germany. That's a good policy, I think.
And hopefully people will then think twice about taking a bag. If you know you're going shopping, maybe that small fee will encourage people to remember to bring a bag with them.
Yeah,
or
I don't think I have bought a plastic bag since I moved to Germany. That's it. If I forget my bag when I go to the store, then I'm just out there carrying everything like this, looking like an idiot. I'm not spending 10 cents. I'm too poor for that. I can't spend 10 cents on a bag. Good policy, and I think actually very effective.
To make a last-minute shopping trip, hopefully it will encourage people to pack as much as they can into one bag rather than use 3 or 4 of them and only fill them halfway.
Yeah.
In general,
Here we
I
go.
love the restaurant experience.
Here's the one that I said.
It's laid back and chill. You can order as little or as much as you want. And once you're done eating, there's usually also no pressure to leave quickly so that the restaurant can seat someone else at your table. You're welcome to sit there and enjoy your time for as long as you like. But one thing that I really dislike about the restaurant experience in Germany is how dang expensive water is. For a little bottle, it costs like 3 euros, which is really expensive when you compare it to the fact that you can get tap water for free in restaurants in the US. I have tried asking at restaurants here in Germany if I could just have a glass of tap water with my meal, but from my experience, 9 times out of 10, I am told, no, I can
Oh.
buy a bottle of water, but I can't have a free glass of tap water with my meal.
I have not tried that yet, actually, and I don't think that I would, because I know that they charge for drinks to make more money and stay in business and all that good stuff. I get it. I understand. Well, actually, that's how they make a lot of their money. I understand business. I understand making sales, cashing checks, and bringing in fat stacks of bread. I understand these things, but American restaurants give out free tap water all the time, everywhere, all over America, and they also stay in business too. So don't give me that crap, okay? It is a nice luxury to have. It's one of the things that I miss most about America. American diner food and free tap water at restaurants. Those are the two biggest things about America that I miss. Not my family, not my friends. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, I think, I'm on
Notice,
something
though,
today.
that the exception to this seems to be if I've already spent a pretty good bit of money on food and other drinks like sodas or alcoholic beverages, and then if I
like some
ask,
beer.
in addition to all of that, for a carafe of tap water for the table, then it's usually given to me. But also sometimes not.
It's
Sometimes
usually-
they will say I
it's
can
usually
buy
okay.
a larger bottle of water for the table, but still not get a free carafe of tap water. But in the US, sometimes servers will just show up at the table with tap water for everyone, which also isn't great, because then if people don't actually want the water and then they don't drink the water, it's a waste. But I do appreciate that in general, tap water is free at restaurants in the US. Going along with that last one,
Free
tap
refills.
water isn't free in Germany, and neither are refills. You get 1, 2, 3 glasses of soda. You will have to pay for each and every drink, and that adds up quickly. So keep track of how much you're drinking alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
Whereas in the US, fountain soda, coffee, and iced tea are usually free refills at restaurants.
Yeah, this is true, and it is nice. Hey, it's nice. Now, I understand, well, the restaurant's gonna not make as much money. I understand. But me, I don't own a restaurant. So for me, it's nice, okay? It's nice.
In the US,
Libraries.
I grew up with libraries just being free. That's what
I
they
haven't
were.
stepped foot in a library since frickin' George W. Bush was in office. What's going on with libraries?
Free for everyone. The library card was free, using the computers and the internet was free, checking out books, free. The only thing that you had to pay for was if you wanted to make copies on the copy machine. When I first moved here to Munich, then I was surprised when I went to go get a library card at the local library branch near my apartment and found out that you actually had to pay a yearly fee. And I just looked it up. According to the München Stadtbibliothek website, it costs 20 euros per year for a membership, and it costs 50 cents per 30 minutes to use their internet on the computers.
Okay. Well, I can't comment on this because I don't have any experience with libraries anywhere in the world. So I'll just take her word for it. Cool.
In the U.S.,
shopping
when
carts,
you go
let's
to a
see.
grocery store, you just grab a cart. So I was surprised when I moved to Europe and realized...
Well, dude, this is still free. It's still free to use the shopping carts in Germany because you get the money back. You put the money in, you get the money back. When you return the cart, you put the money in and you take it out. Okay? It's still free, and definitely a better system because it encourages people to take the carts back instead of just leaving them wherever they want.
that the carts here are often strung together, and you can't take out a cart without putting a coin, here in Germany, 50 cents, 1 euro, 2 euros, or the handy little fake plastic token that some people carry around to use instead of coins into the cart. Then when you bring the cart back, you get your money back. So as long as you bring the cart back, this one actually is free in Germany too.
Yeah. Cups
Same
and glasses.
goes with cups
the fund.
and glasses at festivals or Christmas markets, for example. In the US, drinks are usually given in throwaway cups. But in Germany, it's really, really nice. You get a nice mug for your Glühwein or a glass for your beer. But whatever cost the drink is advertised at...
I'm not going to lie. I have taken home my fair share of glasses and mugs from German markets. I've done it, but I've paid for them because I have paid for the fund. Now, the funny thing is, apparently, I haven't done this, but apparently some people go to these festivals and they look for people that forget their glasses and cups and stuff and then return them for the fund money. And that's a way for them to make money. And that's different from the fund, collecting bottles or something from the trash cans, That's different. I'm talking about at festivals, at Christmas markets, going and getting all the cups and stuff and then taking them back for the fund. I wonder how much money people can actually make from that, because Issa just told me about this and I haven't seen anyone doing it, but I can imagine that it adds up pretty quickly.
You should add 1 or 2 or 3, or I've even paid as high as €4 in funds. You pay extra for the glass, and then you are often given the glass and a little token to prove that you got the glass at that place. Then when you're done drinking, you bring the glass and the token back for your extra fund.
Yeah. If you don't have that token, if there's a festival without those tokens and you just have to bring the glass back, ooh, dude, you're going to make a killing.
So again, in the end, the glass is also free, but the problem here is the more alcohol you drink, the more likely it is that you will lose that little token that went along with the glass.
Dude, that would suck.
Bye-bye to your fund. And before
got
we
a new
go,
glass.
one quick bonus, something that is sometimes free in Germany, but not in the US.
What?
Tissues at the pharmacy. If you buy something at the pharmacy,
Really?
sometimes you will get a little packet of tissues with your purchase. Not always.
Dude, she loves her
but sometimes.
tissues.
And when it happens, when I get that little free packet of tissues, oh, it always makes me so happy. It's fun getting stuff for free, even if it's a packet of tissues. So my question for you is, what are some things that are free in your country, and what are things that you have been surprised about having to pay extra for in other countries?
Okay. Well, I already commented on it. The first thing that came to my mind was tap water at restaurants. That's probably the thing that I missed the most, because that was my go-to order at restaurants, was just to get a water. But I can't complain too much because now I drink a lot more German beer while I'm here, and that's not a bad thing, right? But I would like to pass the question off to you guys, the experts. Can you guys think of anything that is free in Germany that you have to pay for in America? As always, leave your thoughts and your comments down below. But at any rate, that's all the time that I have for today. Thank you guys so much for being here, and as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.